Hello, I'm Kyoshi Husky, and this is another Dark Souls walkthrough. Episode 14. We're going there, into Sen's Fortress. I hope I'm ready. It's not easy. Well, it's kind of easy once you get used to it, but the first time is really hard. So I have the Ring of Fog on so that the serpents, there are two serpents guarding this entrance. And I have the Ring of Fog so they can't see me right away. There they are. One's here and one's over there. I tend to just back them up and then I walk over the trap. So the trap's already pressed, but right here where I'm standing is a pressure plate trap that will shoot arrows out of that little rectangle right there. 3 of them. If you step on it, it can kill you, but you can also use it to your advantage by stepping on it when these guys are in front of it. So depending on your level, these guys can be really hard. I'm pretty high leveled right now. Grab that soul of a brave warrior. My level is pretty high right now. I believe I'm at like 50. That's pretty high for Sen's Fortress, so I should have no problems. You have options right away when you enter Sen's Fortress. You can just continue along the bridge, or you can drop down and get some items that are down there, and we're going to do that. So first thing I want to do is attach my rusted iron ring that we use down in the swamps. Because the floor here is also sticky and tarry, or whatever, however you want to say. So now I'm just going to drop right on that guy. And almost die. Get behind him and heal. Get ready for him to jump again. It's just kind of the same thing. Since I have the fog ring on, those guys up there can't see me. If I didn't have the fog ring on, they would be shooting lightning bolts at me right now. So there's more stuff down here. You can see that other Titanite demon. They should start seeing me about here and start. But it's too late. I'm under here. There are some items behind this Titanite demon that I'm going to get. He is awkward to fight in this cramped quarters down here. He's not even there you go. Just get behind him. I knew I was going to do that. I got greedy, hit him twice, and didn't give my shield enough time to regenerate stamina. Another soul of a brave warrior. And a scythe. It's not as good as the great scythe. Now we're going to run back, kind of weave so they can't hit me with lightning. And I'm going to go up these steps and this ladder. There is a secret doorway, an illusionary wall at the top of this ladder. So we'll hit that. And then keep going up. Silver Proud Knight. And here's the illusionary wall. And we'll go up another flight. And we come up to an ogre.
That's an iron golem.
These guys can be hard. If he starts stampeding, get away. I'm just trying to get some bleed damage going up. There we go. Now we got one more hit, and then he's dead. These guys will drop a Titanite chunk, which is nice. And that's it. So you don't even have to come up and kill this guy if you don't want to. But if you want a Titanite chunk and a few souls, then might as well. So we're going to go back down the ladder, go back here, and now we're back where we started. These blades can be difficult to navigate. Just go past the first two, and then run past the last two together. It's always best to keep your shield up. Sometimes these serpents will drop their sword, the Great Serpent Man Sword.
A what?
It's a good strength weapon.
What's a Great Serpent Man Sword?
You mean Man Serpent Great Sword.
Alright, so that's what Sense Fortress is, just a bunch of traps. It's kind of a maze. You can kind of look sideways and see where the blades are. But basically you're just going to go, keep your shield up and move forward. There's a lot of pressure plate traps like this one. You can see it raised off the ground. And then the chests. There is one mimic in Sense Fortress, but you can see how this is a circle. The chain is just a circle, so we know it's a real chest and not a mimic. So you can open this wall if you wanted to. This wall will break open. I could jump down there. Might as well do it. Stand right next to this serpent and aggravate him. And get as close as you can to the wall.
Is this a prank?
Well, that didn't work. Normally, if you stand right next to this wall and you get him to attack you, he will break the wall as well. And then beyond this wall is a soul and an NPC that you free. A magic NPC, Big Hat Logan. Trying to delay him so that the next ball can hit him. Too late. Have to kill him the old-fashioned way. So, intermittently, a giant ball will roll down this ramp, so you have to just time it. I tried to go up to here and then drop down. Oh, I missed it. There's a guy I want to speak to here, but I wanted to grab that item up there. But we'll just talk to him.
Forgive me. I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegmeyer of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall. I'm afraid I'm a bit too tough to be outrunning those things, weighing my options, so to speak. Perhaps I could try some rolling. Bah, no chance. My head would spin.
So he's just a NPC character that you would follow through the game. Where's the... Usually there's two enemies trolling right here, or patrolling right here. I don't see them. Interesting. So we'll wait for the ball to come down again. Hide in this little alcove or doorway. I'll just go up here. You can drop down here and get this item, the shuttle. Shiva also sells this weapon. But it's a dex weapon that's unique in that you can get around another player's shield or an enemy's shield. It scales in dex. Pretty light. Curved sword with sharply curved blade, created by Astor Earl of Karam, requires great skill to wield, but evades shield defense to sneak in damage. Well, only takes 14 dex to use it. So now we'll run back around. Okay. So now we're just going to kill this guy. Because in here is a ring. It's not one I use that often, but you can tell the chain. It's a normal chest. The ring of steel protection. Let's just take a look at it. Of the many legends surrounding the knight, King Rendell, one of the more well-known, speaks of his standing down a giant drake and slashing it to pieces. So it boosts the defense against physical attacks. It's not a ring I use ever, really. So now we'll go through this fog gate. You can see there's another square pressure plate right there, so I just sprint over it and get out of the way. So we're going to wait for a giant ball to hit the wall, and then we're going to follow the ball down the little ramp.
Chasing that ball looks fun. I want to try.
What? Are you crazy?
And we're going to hide in here. So the balls are going to continue to come, and they're going to drop into that hole. You can see the hole is going to start filling up with these balls. And eventually the ball is going to crash through this wall, and we're going to get the gold covetous ring.
Nope, wrong.
Gold covetous serpent ring.
Wrong again.
One more ball will fill it. And then the next ball will crash through the wall. Okay. So we're going to go grab the ring, and then we're going to get out of the way. The serpent is an imperfect dragon and symbol of the undead. Its habit of devouring prey even larger than itself has led to an association with gluttony. This gold ring, engraved with the serpent, boosts its wearer's item discovery so that more items can be amassed. So, when you're farming, this is a great ring to wear. Especially down in Blighttown when you're trying to get large Titanite shards or green Titanite shards. Wear this ring along with 10 humanities and your item discovery will be really high. So if you look at the chain on this guy, it's not circular. It just kind of meanders out. So this one is a mimic. You don't want to open this chest, you just want to hit it. If I can hit it.
I'll bet he misses again.
No way. Come on. It's not even moving.
Got it. Then keep hitting it as it's getting up. You have a couple of free hits while it's getting up, and once it gets up, then it gets dangerous. And it can grab you and shove you in its mouth, or it can kick you, which is pretty devastating. Heavy attack. It drops a lightning spear, and if you're really lucky, the symbol of avarice. which is like a helmet that looks like the Mimic. And that also helps item discovery.
But it doesn't stack with the covetous gold serpent ring. But it does give you 20% more souls when you kill something. And that does stack with the covetous silver serpent ring too.
Whose video is this?
But it also takes away your health when you wear it. So now we're going to continue up these stairs, and we're going to turn this contraption so that it kicks the balls out that doorway into nothing. So now that it's harmless, we're going to go down this ramp, and see that guy down there? We're going to try and drop on top of him. Grab this soul, and then there's some armor in here that's not too impressive, but there's also a spell, so if you're magic, the hush spell will quiet your footsteps. I should heal. So that's the spell for hush. Now we're going to get the ring for hush, which is right over here. This guy's harder to drop onto. He ran down there. I think he just like purposely goes down a level. So anyway, we don't care. We're going to grab this ring, the slumbering dragon crest ring. This ring will quiet your footsteps, much like that spell does. This ring was secretly worn by a certain
surreptitious
sorcerer at Venheim Dragon School. They don't make these easy to read, do they? The ring is engraved with an everlasting dragon in silent slumber, and masks all sound emitting from its wearer. All sound. Interesting. So not just footsteps, but rolling and hits. Interesting. It could be useful if you're building some kind of assassin type of character. Combined with the fog ring that I'm wearing, you can sneak around a lot. We were already down there. That's where we killed that Titanite demon. So from here, I'm just going to use a homeward bone. We could drop down here. This is actually the perfect time to homeward bone back to the Undead Parish so that you can level up and use all your souls. So we're going to stop the video here so that it doesn't go too long. But I did want to cover the symbol of avarice a little bit. It does increase your item discovery by 200, but it does not stack with the covetous gold serpent ring. But it does stack with the humanity up in your left-hand corner. It also increases the souls you receive from enemies by 20%, and that does stack with the covetous silver serpent ring that we'll get later in the game. The negatives for using the symbol of avarice is that it depletes your health by 5 hit points per second, even when you're resting at the bonfire, and it reduces your stamina regeneration by 1 per second.
Didn't Alexi cover all this?
Yeah, most of it. Thank you, Alexi.
No problem. Let me know if you want me to do the whole video.
Kyoshi needs all the help he can get.
Very funny. Well, I'm going to end episode 14 right here. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Kyoshi Husky, and this is a Dark Souls walkthrough. I just want you to stay alive, bro.